Here's the card we're going to be making the envelope for today, and I think it came out very nice. You cannot go wrong with making a stamped pram, can you? And here it says miracles happen. So thank you for joining me for the card. Now we're going to move on to making the envelope. So here's the silver part that I had left over from a frame, from the Framelits die. And I am going to wipe off my pram stamp really well because you don't want any fibers left on here, because it does affect when you emboss, especially with gold embossing powder. So I have taken my embossing buddy and I've added powder all over. You can use embossing buddy, you can use baby powder, which I generally use, whatever is closest to me. So now I've dried off the stamp with a paper towel and I've put it on my Fiskars stamp press. I find this is really easy to measure as well when you turn it over onto the actual inside tag there. That's going to go on the envelope. And I just press it on there once I have the Versamark really well coated on my stamp, because you are putting it on this shiny surface. Then I'm just going to take my coffee filter and add my gold embossing powder. And this sits up wonderfully. That's why you have to press down, I find, so well when you add the gold, because it is a slick surface. So now we're going to heat set it, and you want to have your heat tool really hot. And once I do that, I just grab it and put it back into shape because it does warp just a little bit. So now I am going to take all that powder off with my makeup sponge that I keep handy there for wiping off my powder. And we are going to add some Stampin' Up! Fuse, which will set on that envelope nicely. You don't have to worry about that coming off. And I'm making this like it's not going to go out in the mail. It's going to be a handed out envelope. So I'm not worried to have any space to write an address or anything. So I'll probably just, I'm going to make 3 more. So there's the back of it. And I'm just going to put this on there, and it sticks well. So make sure you know exactly where you're going to put it, because once you put this down, there you go. And just a nice stamp, that pram. I really like it. So what I did right there is the envelope had a pearl on it. So I'm exchanging it for a diamond because everything on that card had diamonds. So I took that little pearl off the top where the ribbon is, added a diamond. Now I'm going to focus in and show you where I add more diamonds. So I added it like the envelope, on the envelope, like my card, on the wheels right here, some of the small portions of the diamond, and one right there on the lid. It has a little round section, so I added it there. And now, just showing you, isn't that nice? So what I'm going to do is just add the outside framelit and add some Tombow Mono Multi on there, because I want everything to be flat on the envelope. I don't want any dimension. So I put that down right there with my tweezers, making sure that it settles in nicely on the background. And it is, so you're just going to set it down, and we're just about finished. I'm going to grab some of these bows that I had made a ton of in the bowl there, and I'm going to cut the stem, the bottom part, off this time, because I'm going to add it to the front and the bottom right there, a silver and a gold. So I'm going to add a glue dot underneath. There's the glue dot right there. And I'm going to grab the one that's cut off and press it in there with my pokey tool. And I'm going to cut the other one off. and basically it's matching the card very well. So I'll put that down on the top portion. And then I don't want the pram just standing in the air there, so I am going to take my pokey tool and I'm going to make like a little bit of cement. Just drag it across there because the silver foil is beautiful when you're scraping it along with your pokey tool. It looks really nice. So I'm just adding some pavement so the buggy's not floating. Doesn't that look nice? You could probably fill it in, but I thought I would just do it like this. I thought it looked kind of pretty. There we are. And I'm adding another diamond to the bow, to the other bow, and we are going to call this finished. There you have it. Doesn't that pavement look nice? And thank you so much for joining me. So here's the envelope and there's the card to match. I think it turned out pretty well. It would be a nice card to give. And I'll add 3 more to a set and call this finished. Really like this set. The gold and silver is just a perfect match, isn't it? Okay, so thank you so much for joining me once again, and we will see you on the next card. Take care.